इंस्टा नहीं है तो इसे
Lights flashing bright, we're on the go. Tune in now, there's so much to know. Earning bits, travel dreams we sow. All aboard the great Indian Points and Miles show. Zero to hero in the blink of an eye. Fly first class, no need to be shy. Redemption sweet, touching the sky. Award seats booked, let's give it a try. Award seats booked, let the points flow. It's all aboard the great Indian Points and Miles show. Unlocking journeys wherever you go. The sky's the limit, feel the travel mojo.
Hello and welcome everyone to the Great Indian Points and Miles Show special live stream. This is Dhimant and I. Dhimant is in Delhi. He's all set to come to Bombay. I've just reached Bombay. Fairmont ke lounge mein baitha hu. I know background is Emirates, but I just stepped into the Fairmont Gold Lounge and heard something very, very interesting. There has been a lot of talk around what is this new card that ICICI is launching. And the price is crazy, right? It's 1,75,000 rupees plus GST. सवाल सबके मन में ये है कि ऐसा क्या बेनिफिट्स दे रहे हैं कि 1,75,000 rupees worth है. And people like सबने express कर दिया interest कि let them give the features and then we'll take a call. So we thought we have multiple friends now who've been offered this card, and we know the benefits they've been offered to a certain degree. Now, we don't know if it's 100% true or not because, disclaimer, this is not coming to us directly from ICICI. It is not coming to us directly from Times Group. This is coming to us directly from people who've been offered the card. So based on what we've realized after speaking to these people, Dhimant and I said, चलो, धीमंत को भी आधे घंटे में एयरपोर्ट निकलना है. उसके पहले एक फटाफट लाइव स्ट्रीम कर देते हैं. So with that, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining the live stream. Raghav, good to see you, man. Your sick leave is sorted. I hope you're not really sick. Colonel, good to see you. Nigel, good to see you. See you, man. Don't call me Adarniya. Adarniya is only Dhimant. Nobody else is Adarniya here. And then Jesse, good to see you, Jesse. RS, good to see you. Let's hope this is going to be fun. Let's hope we enjoy interacting with you. Aditya, good to see you. Sushant, hi, kaise ho? Kahan se ho? Karthik, indeed a surprise. Vaibhav, yes, is very excited to bring this to you also. Looks like Dhimant just got disconnected. I'm going to add him back. Dhimant, क्या हाल है भाई? स्वागत है.
all good यार. मतलब it's always good to kind of be on a live stream. वो बोलते हैं ना दरबार लगी है. So दरबार लग गई यार.
Cool. And somebody's asking कि how come midday suddenly अचानक. यार वो खबर ही ऐसी थी कि जैसे ही हमने features पता चले कार्ड के, because like nobody's broken down these features yet, right? Across the internet. And we thought like since multiple people shared with us this morning, like why not go ahead and share it with you all and then just take a dipstick on your feedback. Like what do you think? Will you potentially go for the card or not based on what we have to share with you? Dinesh, good to see you, man. There are lots of people. I'm on my small laptop today, so I can't see very clearly. I'm trying to see इसको थोड़ा screen बड़ा करके कुछ दिख सकता है क्या? Let me see. Yes, this is much better. Akash, good to see you. Dashing, where is your Dubai frame? Dubai frame bag में है यार. So there you go. Vaibhav's got the Biz Black card. That is an awesome card, Vaibhav. हेलो आदिल जी मत बोलो यार, ये धीमन जी था, मैंने गलती से बोल दिया पॉडकास्ट में. अभी हाँ, तो ये अभी मेरे को पॉडकास्ट में फ्लिप करना पड़ेगा. लोग मतलब एकदम सीरियस ले रहे मेरे को. भाई यार मीटिंग में था, छोड़ के आ गया हूँ. 11 पॉइंट चाहिए. ये सही चीज है. Cool. So I think we'll get started. आपके जो भी questions है, keep putting in the comments. We have a way to track it, and we'll come back and answer these comments and questions. We're broadcasting on YouTube and Twitter on Dhimant's handle, my handle, and Grading, so my Miles handle. Wherever you are, just reply as a comment, and we'll be able to feature this, and we will ask, and we will flash it on screen, like you can see, and we'll answer those questions. So let's get started with breaking down the ICICI card that recently launched. Now, if you think about this card, there are a ton of different benefits. Um, the card, like is going to be called 1938 credit card, and it's expected to launch. There is a soft launch we are hearing sometime this month, and then the formal launch apparently is going to be in October. Again, these are like unconfirmed sources. The joining fee, like you've already heard, is 1,75,000 plus GST. It is named 1838, referring to the year Times of India was actually founded. And there is a 1938 luxury magazine coming, so it's based on that too. The artwork we hear has been designed by Kishan Khanna, and there are four largely categories of benefits. There are club and lifestyle benefits, then there are travel benefits, then there are experiences, and finally there's eligibility. So the way we've broken it down is Dhimant will break for you club and lifestyle benefits. I will talk to you about the travel benefits that it's offering. Dhimant will then talk about the eligibility, and then there are certain VIP experiences they're also offering that I will share with you. Cool. तो इसके साथ शुरू करते हैं. Let's start with what are the travel benefits, and then I'll hand it over to Dhimant, who can talk about the club and lifestyle benefits. So what we're hearing, travel benefits इसके अंदर, it's going to be a zero forex markup on international spends. So this is a good start. Second, this is a very interesting one, is unlimited visa at doorstep service. Now that's the one line perk we've gotten. We don't know what all this includes, but imagine if I am applying for a Schengen visa or like a London visa, which I just went through now. If somebody's coming home and they're able to do all of that, I think that is serious value add. So I think like you can, if you travel internationally frequently, let's say about 3 times a year, और इसके लिए आपको इस जरूरत पड़ती है, APAC countries are easier क्योंकि वो एटलिस्ट पे हो जाता है. But अगर APAC countries नहीं है, थोड़े tough visas हैं, this might be like very worth your money, right? What will be interesting
Yeah,
to see, is
yeah.
it only for you or is this for you and your family? Go ahead, Dimant, you were saying something.
I was just saying that this looks like they have kind of built it on top of the layer that the Times Black card currently has, which is basically saying कि
Correct.
यार एक तो at least है, उस पे तो I think they give some discounts, but they also give you an option of a visa at a home service, right? So, and again, my exact point was that कि कितनी बार कितने लोगों के लिए, बिकॉज ऐसा तो नहीं हो सकता कि मैं अपने लिए वीजा घर पे मंगाऊं और बोलूं बीवी बच्चों के लिए वीजा कहीं और भेजूं. तो माय गेस इज दैट इफ इट्स अ
Correct.
रियल फैमिली कार इन द ट्रू सेंस, मेक्स अ
Yeah.
लॉट ऑफ सेंस, आदिल.
Yeah. So that is the one thing that I think is pretty exciting. Like if they offer it for you and your family, even like a family of four, like you, your spouse, and maybe 2 kids, or you and your spouse and maybe 2 parents, I think that's the four is a sweet spot in my opinion. The next thing that really is very, very exciting to me personally as a traveler is fast track immigration for the card holder and one guest. Now this is interesting, right? मतलब आप अकेले उसको experience मत करो, आप अपने partner के साथ या whoever's traveling with you, fast track immigration. Now this is very interesting. Is this only while exiting India? Number one, or is this worldwide? अगर ये worldwide है, बॉस ये बहुत 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 पावरफुल होने वाला है. And then it makes that 1.75 lakhs of a year fees look like a steal. So again, the terms and the number of times you can use this is not given, but it just says like fast track immigration for cardholder and one guest. So ये देखेंगे. I think it's very, very interesting. The final benefit as part of the travel benefits is potential partnerships with Accor and the Leela. Now, there is no clarity in terms of what kind of partnerships. Is it like a connoisseur club complimentary from the Leela? Is this an Accor Explorer? Or is it like an Accor Reserve kind of a benefit that was there with the Access Reserve card that gave you 2 stay plus nights as well? So again, those details are not there, but those two potential partnerships are announced. So I think these are the travel benefits that I'll summarize again. Zero forex markup, unlimited visa at doorstep service, fast track immigration for cardholder and one guest, and potential partnerships with Accor and the Leela. Dimant, what is how are you thinking about these? What are your thoughts on the travel benefits? And then you go ahead and share your what you've learned about club and lifestyle benefits.
Yeah, I think firstly, let me just comment on the card itself because without being judgmental about, क्या है क्या नहीं, I think मेरा point of view है कि it looks like something where it is positioned like about Times Black, like Plat Charge के vicinity में and lower than the Centurion. So you really don't know how you want to look at it, right? Whether ये Centurion का छोटा भाई है, whether it's Plat Charge का बड़ा भाई, you don't really know that, right? But commenting on the specific things that you spoke about, I mean, zero forex honestly is a given at this level. So that is almost hygiene. कि यार हाँ, that is tick mark. ये होना चाहिए था, वो है. Visa at doorstep service, what I'm not seeing is whether it's free or whether it's a concierge. Whether helping you do it or whether it's free, I don't know. But if it's free, I love this benefit. And again, need to see how much depth they have thought about this. Is it for family, whether it is per person, nahi malum. Fast track immigration, like I always keep saying, right? या तो तुम्हारे खुद के स्टेटसेस होने चाहिए, या तो ऐसे दोस्त होने चाहिए जिसके तुम्हारे पास स्टेटसेस है. तो लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड फॉर Adil to get that status so that I can also tag along. Uh, and very interestingly, I can see the twinkle in your eye as well, Adil. Right. So I know that some of those things really hit you. Right. So Accor and Leela is I don't know whether it's a connoisseur club or whether it's an Accor Explorer, but my guess is कि ये कुछ तो Accor Explorer वाले रेंज में ही होगा. So love this. I mean, again, I don't think I want to get into the scenario right now where it says कि यार इतने पैसे में इतना value, because it's too early. I think till the time we officially hear the benefits from the bank, how they are positioned, joining benefits क्या है, ये सब नहीं मालूम अभी पूरी तरह से, right? So only then we can comment on whether value is there or not.
Cool, cool. I think that's a good summary of the travel benefits. अभी आप बताओ क्लब और लाइफस्टाइल बेनिफिट्स क्या है?
यार क्लब और लाइफस्टाइल बेनिफिट्स देख के मेरे को एक्चुअली बहुत अच्छा लगा, बिकॉज अगेन assuming that 70% of what we know, and it's not 100%, like you correctly said, we don't have official communication, but my guess is that they would have reached out to customers and told them some idea about what these really are, right? So let me just cover the ones that I have heard and I have from people and our subscribers. One is the Quorum Club membership for the card holder and legal spouse. That's what the language says. And the Quorum Club, as you know, that I have heard about Mumbai, Hyderabad, Gurgaon. In fact, this weekend we are doing our final miles ahead of Mumbai in the Quorum Club Mumbai in Lower Parel. So I know a lot of people who use the club, and actually they're very, very happy with the club, right? So love this touch, especially when they said legal spouse के साथ है, तो मुझे अच्छा लगा. I think it's a good thing. Secondly, they say that access to 280 plus private clubs globally. Now, ये ऑनियन का लेयर अनपैक करना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, बिकॉज इफ यू रिमेंबर HSBC हैज अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग फीचर वाया ड्रीम फोक्स where you can unlock hell lot of clubs, but that was implemented in a certain way. Now there are two things striking about this. One, they have said 280 plus private clubs. Second, they have said globally. So we don't know the terms and conditions, which clubs these are, but it looks like a proper lifestyle card, right? So that's the second benefit I heard about. There's a dedicated 24 by 7 lifestyle manager for life, for your lifetime of the card, right? So, which means that, again, it sounds very much like what a private concierge or shopper would mean for you, right? So, imagine calling him and telling him कि भाई मेरे को ये booking करके दो, right? So, what I don't know right now, by the way, is because we also spoke about Accor and Leela, is there an accelerated status in play? If yes, this is going to be really in every CC gigs wish list, and maybe that's why I think a lot of people have started showing interest, right? कि मालूम नहीं है क्या है, तो क्या पता, let's take that chance. And coming back to the club and lifestyle benefits, here is the next one, which is my absolute favorite, which I heard, and this is true. I'm seriously going to think about it. 4 royal signature grooming sessions at Truffet and Hill.
ये ना,
Yeah.
ये जब से एमेक्स का ऑफर गया है, धीमंत इसको इतना मिस कर रहा है. नहीं तो रिलीजियसली हर क्वार्टर जाके ये बंदा प्रूफिट एंड हिल में बैठ जाता था. हाँ भाई, कर लो.
No, by the way, the offer is still running. They have reduced the offer. You just get 1,000 rupees off now. You don't get the entire, but once in a while, it's okay to spoil yourself. So I think currently the offer is, there are two offers running. For the plat charge and gold charge, you get 1,000 off on 1,000 spend. But 1,000 में तो ऐसे भी Truffet and Hill में कुछ आता नहीं है. Like, so you have to spend like 2-3,000 rupees to get the haircut, and then you get a 1,000 rupee discount. That's also available on the network cards, by the way. So that offer is still running till 31st December, if I'm not mistaken. And यहाँ पे they are saying 4 royal signature grooming sessions. So I'm assuming these are free, right? So again, value तो we know. I think 10-12 हजार का value इसमें है. Then there is Klook experiences. Again, there is nothing mentioned, Adil. It just says Klook experiences. Now, कुछ idea नहीं Klook experiences क्या है. But again, if you look at Times Black, I think they have given an experience voucher. So my guess is this will be an experience voucher of a higher value, right? So that's my assumption. And the last part, which I actually kind of again had a chuckle when I read it, was the welcome gift. It says between a choice of Marshall, Smeg, or Lick Rosette, right? All three brands which I kind of love, see in good light. And मुझे हमेशा लगता है कि when you're offering a joining benefit to this layer, this tier, you better have the brands that stand up to their level, right? So Marshall, Smeg, and Lick Rosette, right? So all three brands are mentioned as welcome gift and a choice among these three. Value nahi malum, right? So Adil, back to you. These are the club and lifestyle benefits. Any specific thought you thought anything that excited you or anything that you found really exciting?
Yeah, yeah, I'll get to my favorite part, but राहत को respond देना चाहता हूँ. Any milestone spend and bonus. I want to say, रुको जरा, सबर करो, अभी आ रहा है. That's the next category that I'm going to cover. So we'll just get into it,
Yes.
Rahat. But with that, what's the next comment? क्या हम थोड़ी ज्यादा उम्मीद रख रख रहे हैं? अरे यार, तुम मांगो ना भाई, मांगने में क्या जा रहा है? बैंक देगी कि नहीं वो बाद में देखेंगे. वो पॉइंट इज व्हाट्स ऑन योर विश लिस्ट, आप बताओ तो सही. Cool. So, yeah, Dhiman, based on what you said, right? I think the quorum membership sounds really good to me because we like the kind of space that they've created. We like the hospitality there. We like the F&B there. तो काफी relatable है हमारे ऐसे लोगों के लिए. And it's a function of how this is defined. So, for example, अगर हमें महीने में 2-3 बार भी एक्सेस मिलता है, आई थिंक दैट्स लाइक सॉलिड, क्योंकि उससे ज्यादा हम जाएंगे नहीं,
Yeah.
राइट? बट द
Correct.
एबिलिटी, लाइक इफ आई वांट टू होस्ट समथिंग देयर for my friends, let's say I'm getting 10 people together for just like, get together, I think that'll be solid. So, and then the other one, like the 280 plus private clubs jo aapne bataya na globally, I think that's very interesting, right? And that opens up a very different Pandora's box if you think about it. हम लोग
Correct.
Accor और हिल्टन और इस सब की बात करते थे, लॉयल्टी टायर्स की, राइट? बट if you think about clubs, they have very affordable accommodation, very good accommodation, and very central in central locations across the world. So if you're able to get access to that, ठीक है, points पे नहीं होगा, लेकिन revenue पे भी, I think that suddenly looks very, very interesting and tempting. The
Correct.
next one, I think
Absolutely.
for me, the luxury villa stay through Lohono. That is again very interesting because what Lohono is trying to do is like they're trying to build luxury Airbnb in India. उनका concept ये है कि you go there and stay. Every villa will have like a private pool, and then their concierge is very interesting. So they say कि अगर आप आ रहे हो, जैसे for example in India, they're in Lonavala, they're in Goa, they're in a couple of other locations. वो बोलते हैं कि सबसे इन डिमांड रेस्टोरेंट भी जो रहेगी ना मेरे सिटी में, अगर तुमको रिजर्वेशन चाहिए तो हम करा के दे देंगे. So I think that
Correct.
is the level of concierge that they're giving. So I think that Lohono then becomes like a very interesting thing for us to venture out and tap into. And
Absolutely.
finally, with Marshall, Smeg, or Le Creuset, I mean, this is, I think, like the women in the house will really appreciate it, with the kitchen gadgets, with the whole, the containers and the plates and all that these brands have. I think it's very sophisticated, and the brands look very, very uber elite and nice. So I think that's that. Usko round karke, let's come to experiences. And this is where Rahat, what you were asking, right? This something I think even Dhiman ke liye kafi appeal karega ye. They say eligible top spenders get VIP access to RCB matches. तो यार ये बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग चीज है, राइट? आई मीन, फर्स्ट
Yeah.
ऑफ ऑल द क्रेज फॉर आरसीबी इज इनसेन, लाइक द बिगेस्ट फैन आर्मी इन द वर्ल्ड. Secondly, just watching it from the VIP box at the stadium, that is phenomenal. Now, what is this top spend? I think that becomes very interesting. ये कितना करना खर्चा करना पड़ेगा, right? What is and how do you time it? I think that will be interesting to see whether it's a quarter on quarter consistent spending pattern, whether it's like a once in quarter spending pattern, whether it's an annual spending pattern. We don't know, but VIP access to RCB matches, that is like stellar value for me. And then
At
they also have
at
access
Chinnaswamy.
to Action Swami. There you go. तो यार चिन्नस्वामी में ना भी देना, लाइक कहीं और भी दे दें. लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल, द क्लासिक डर्बी फॉर मी इज बॉम्बे एंड मुंबई इंडियंस वर्सेस
Absolutely.
आरसीबी. That again is like a different feeling in itself because again Mumbai has swashbuckling players and then Bangalore is just, it's our hood. So वो अलग है. The other benefit that comes with this is access to select Times Group events like ET Startup Awards and World Leaders Forum. So World Leaders Forum भी काफी interesting है. If there are specific leaders you want to tap into, दिस कुड बी अ ग्रेट नेटवर्किंग अपॉर्चुनिटी. तो इसको थोड़ा हमारे जो बिजनेस वर्ल्ड में बोलते हैं एबीएम, विच इज अकाउंट बेस्ड मार्केटिंग, वो हिसाब से देखना पड़ेगा. एंड स्पीयर फिशिंग जो बोलते हैं, वो हिसाब से फ्रॉम दैट पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू यू हैव टू काइंड ऑफ यूटिलाइज द बेनिफिट. But I think like those are the benefits on experiences. What are your thoughts on experiences, Dhimant? And then let's bring it home with eligibility that you should talk about.
Yeah, so दो चीज बोलना चाहता हूँ. I think one, I like you said, RCB super excited. I think this reminded me of Pallav, one of our friends who had actually gone and booked via Avios a meet and greet with the entire RCB team, watched the match, stayed in a hotel. I mean, it's hard to put value to these things, right? Like you correctly said, we don't know कितना पैसा भरना पड़ेगा, कितना पैसा spend करना पड़ेगा, but knowing our community and knowing the kind of spends that we have, right? So there is a possibility that some of them may actually find value in it. And मैं ये बोलना चाहूंगा कि the way you should look at it is you should not look at it and say कि मेरे को ये spend करना है. I think it's good for people who are already planning to spend this. उसके against this is almost like an added benefit, right? So love that. And what I also like about the Times Group events is obviously the startup awards, right? Because I've been part of these events. I mean, the networking that you can unlock in these events is insane, right? So met so many leaders in such events, right? So love that. Again, want to see what this really means in terms of how much you have to spend. ये ऐसा तो नहीं है मतलब कि हमारा फेवरेट कार्ड है जहाँ पे फास्टेस्ट फिंगर फर्स्ट खेलो, ये मेरे को नहीं पसंद है. आई थिंक आई होप दे इम्प्लीमेंट इट वेल rather than trying to make it like a fastest fingers first, right? So that's something I don't like. And I hope they expect the UHNIs to behave like UHNIs. I think वो मेरे लिए बहुत important है.
Cool, cool. Let's talk about eligibility, Dhimant.
यार ये वाला नहीं करना चाहिए था, but ठीक है चलो. The eligibility that we know is that it's you require at least a monthly salary of 5 lakh plus coming into your ICICI account or anywhere else for now, an ITR of 60 lakhs plus minimum, which I think is okay. I think the 60 lakh and 5 lakh is decently okay because the kind of benefits and the fees that they have kept, I think यही लोग interested होंगे. So I think that I don't think is a big one. The credit score, obviously, they say 750 plus, which I think is standard for all credit cards in most cases. The interesting one that I found is there's a minimum 50 lakh relationship with ICICI, right? So, and this relationship is not well defined, whether it is investments, whether it is balances, ये थोड़ा clearly defined नहीं है. But I think they have kind of clearly बता दिया है यार कि यार अल्ट्रा प्रीमियम कार्ड है. अगर आप लग्जरी लाइफस्टाइल ट्रैवल मेंबरशिप्स ये वैल्यू करते हो, do consider us, right? That's how I'm hearing this entire conversation.
यार मेरे लिए पता है क्या सबसे इंटरेस्टिंग है. तो पिछले 5 से 6 साल से ना 6 साल से ना देयर वाज वन वन किंग of a card that was the plat charge. 10 साल से, in fact, like there was no card that commanded the fee of the plat charge, right? 60,000 plus GST, which is 78,000. और वो चला और वो काफी टाइम से चला. मतलब I got the card first in 2016. तो 10 साल तो हो गए अभी. Suddenly this year, you saw HSBC bring in the HSBC Taj card, and they said we will price it higher. We will price it higher
Yes.
than the plat charge.
Yes.
And they said कि उनका तो 60 है ना, हम इसको डबल करते हैं. 1.1 plus GST. So let's take it to 1.3. Like यार लोग खरीदेंगे क्या? But the card was constructed in such a beautiful way. Public went after it, and like we have proof in the lounge, right? There are so many of our people that have access to it. So many people who came to Point Syndicate got it. So many people who have coming to Miles Ahead got it. And then suddenly now you're seeing um, ICICI coming and saying, we will challenge HSBC and we will raise the stakes. We will go ahead and raise it to 1.75 plus GST, which makes it 2. So 3x of Amex and almost 1.8x of currently HSBC. My next question is HDFC, your move. Like, मतलब Regalia, sorry, Galaxia, Infinia Reserve, ये कब से आ रहे हैं यार? कब आएगा? So I think like that is what I'm curious to see now. Ki what is
They
HDFC's
they are
move going to be?
they're sounding like Greek mythology. They started to sound like Greek mythology now. Yeah, come on. मतलब you're living 10 years behind. I think people are done with all these Infinias and Galaxias. Yeah, मतलब go out. think about it, like make a move.
But what is your
I
love
agree with
for
you.
all things blue, Dhiman?
Huh? What is
What
their
is your love?
love?
What is your love for all things blue? मतलब भावनाएं बाहर आ जाती हैं जैसे ही मैं ब्लू प्रोडक्ट्स का नाम लूं तो.
Yeah, the only thing I remember in my school days, I used to be the leader of the blue house. So पता नहीं शायद ingrain हो गया मेरे अंदर शायद unknowingly. But these days, I'm more fascinated by red. So hopefully the red color is appealing more everywhere. So let's see क्या होता है.
Cool,
By
cool
the way,
guys.
by the way, I saw one very interesting comment and I want to kind of
हाँ बताओ.
bring that up. There was a comment of saying कि तुमने जो brands के नाम लिए and तुमने बोला kitchen और women, but I want to just say that I am actually more excited about those two brands than my wife would be because I love cooking and La Cruzette and these brands both I love. I मतलब वो कभी-कभी मैं जब भी खाना बनाता हूँ like I love kind of using those stuff. So and by the way, Marshall is also supposed to be my favorite brand. So yeah, awesome.
यार मेरे हिसाब से ना लाइक आई डोंट नो मच अबाउट कुकिंग. मेरे को आती नहीं है, मेरे को जमती भी नहीं है. तो मैं तो बोलता हूँ मेरे को कुछ बना के दो और मेरे को खाना पसंद है. बट माय वाइफ हैज अ थिंग फॉर ऑल थिंग्स दैट look really nice, right from a nice tableware,
Yeah.
the runner that goes on the table, beautiful crockery, and then also stuff that you use in the kitchen. कि अगर तुम अच्छा खाना बनाना चाहते हो, she feels like then it should be treated that way also. Like,
Yes, yes,
and it comes
absolutely.
from an emotion of respect at the same time making you feel good. तो मेरे को तो मैं तो बोलता हूँ यार ला के दे दो, I am happy to eat. But that is where my remark kind of came from. But I think like overall, I think based on what we've heard, my view, if it is like even 80% of what we discussed today, promises to be a very solid product. Very, very,
Absolutely.
very solid product. People have a lot of questions on भाई air mile transfer का क्या, points rate क्या है, नहीं पता. Like that clarity is not come and we don't know. So as and when it comes, we will figure it out and we will keep you all posted. But this is what we had today. Well, I'm curious to know what is the audience thinking for all of you who've joined today. And I see there are more than 475 of you who are live right now, 322 on our YouTube channel, and then on Twitter across our three handles, Demons Mind and Great Indian Miles. I see another, how much is that? Close to 175. So total approximately 500 people who are tuned in live. What are your thoughts about this card? Please leave it here in the comments. Dhiman's got to rush to the airport now, so we will wrap this up and we will bring this to close. If you have any comments, please leave it in YouTube and let's get the interaction going there. For those of you who are in the lounge, please join us in the lounge. By the way, a lot of you were curious about how do you join the lounge. There was a lot of confusion. So if you go to our website right now, the website is greatindianmiles.com, and I'll just put like the lounge the link here so that y'all can, it'll be easy for you all to see. Let me just add this here. So greatindianmiles.com/lounge, you will see that we have put clear instructions on how to join the lounge. One, you'll have to become a YouTube member. You'll have to pay 479 rupees. Once you pay that per month, then you go to Discord and then you connect your YouTube account, you sync it, and once you sync, you get access to more than 60 plus channels where people are buzzing and there's insane activity on all things points, miles, travel, and whatnot. So let's continue the conversation there. और आपके जो भी questions वगैरह हैं, keep them coming either in YouTube or bring them to Discord, and Dhimant and I will continue to answer there. उसके साथ यार have a great weekend everyone. Friday जल्दी शुरू हो गया लगता है आज. मजे करो, have a good time. Dhimant, enjoy your flight. I hope you're taking the blue one. I will see you in the evening.
See you soon.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Lights flashing bright, we're on the go. Tune in now, there's so much to know. Earning bits, travel dreams we sow. All aboard the Great Indian Points and Miles show. Zero to hero in the blink of an eye. Fly first class, no need to be shy. Redemption sweet, touching the sky. Award seats booked, let's give it a try. Award seats booked, let the points flow. It's all aboard the Great Indian Points and Miles Show. Unlocking journeys wherever you go. The sky's the limit, feel the travel mojo.